Hello everyone, my name is Ashley, but you can call me Ash, and welcome to my channel. This is the Booktube Newbie tag. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Let's just get into it. Question 1. Why did you start this channel? I've been watching Booktube since 2018. That's kind of when I started getting back into reading. I haven't really wanted to make a channel until, I think, January of this year. Ever since I moved out in December, I've been kind of lonely, and the Booktube community and the book community in general has been a really big help with making me feel less alone. And for some reason, I just had this overwhelming feeling of wanting to make a Booktube channel. There's a chance I might regret it, there's a chance I might be really happy that I'm doing this, but I'm just looking forward to it. I just kind of want to be a part of the community, feel less alone. I'm excited to meet more people, especially newer people. I've been kind of discovering new booktubers. It's kind of cool just to meet new people. Number 2. What are some fun and unique things that you could bring to Booktube? Well, one unique thing that I would like to bring to Booktube is to incorporate my library more into my videos. I primarily use my library as a means of material because I don't have the income to buy all the books I want to read. Because I have a lot of books I want to read. My TBR is massive. I have 2 bookshelves, this one and another one in my room. I really want to incorporate my viewers and ooh, a bird. I want to incorporate my viewers in as well. And I have actually a few games in planned. I'm really excited about incorporating that. I'm kind of creative, so I would really like to incorporate you all because it's just fun to be a part of something. Libraries and incorporating my viewers and having fun, and also not being really serious because I'm not a really serious person. Once you get to know me, I'm a little bit weird. I'm so bad at remembering the question. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Like most people on Booktube, I don't have a lot of friends in real life that read. My boyfriend, who I live with, he reads, but definitely not as much as I do. So I just love to get to know more people, read more with other people. I also would like to buddy read a little bit. Not a lot, because buddy reading can be chaotic. I want to step out of my comfort zone because this right here is very uncomfortable for me. The internet scares me. The people on the internet scare me. I'm gonna do my best and we'll see how this goes. Number 4, why do you love reading? This is a heavy question. Number 1 reason is escapism. Escapism is the biggest reason why I love to read. Holding a book is like one of the most comforting things. I can't even explain it. It's just happiness in your hands. Number 5, what book series got you into reading? I was born in 1994. The peak of vampire literature was during my high school years. House of Night came out, Twilight came out around that time. Oh my gosh. So 100% Twilight. Twilight got me into reading. Kind of. I got into reading as a teenager from Twilight. Stopped reading for some reason. I read maybe less than 5 books from when I was 17 to 25. For some reason, I just stopped reading. I don't know, I kind of just fell out of reading, which was really unfortunate. I kind of just watched Booktube videos and it got me back into reading, so drink time. Number 6, what question would you ask your favorite booktubers? I think for me personally, I would ask more questions that go along the lines of, does reading ever really become a chore? Does it become a job? I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like sometimes to push out content, you are pretty much almost forced to read. There are times when you just don't want to read, but you know you have to put out content. I kind of want to know difficulties of making a channel. It's not the most exciting and happy questions, but I kind of just want to know the reality of the book community, because book community is not always that happy. I've seen it firsthand on Bookstagram. It's not always a happy place, so I kind of just want to ask honest questions. They're not really fun and exciting questions. They're more real questions, and that might not be that fun. I guess I'm not a very fun person sometimes. Number 7, what challenges do you think starting a new book... I was so close. Number 7, what challenges do you think starting a new booktube channel will be hardest to overcome? Anxiety will probably be the highest one. What anxiety does for me is it makes me just want to give up on everything. It's happened a lot before. I don't like being in front of a camera, I like being behind a camera. My self-esteem is low. I don't wear makeup, so my self-esteem isn't helped, but I'm also not going to wear it just for a booktube channel. I just want to be my authentic self, so even though I might not feel very confident in myself with this, I just want to try. My social anxiety is pretty bad too. It's not as bad online, because it's a lot easier to talk to people online, but still, I just want to enjoy my time on here and just hope I can handle it, because the internet is not easy to handle, and I commend everyone that goes on the internet and makes videos and has to deal with people, because it's not always easy to deal with people. Question 8. When did you start reading? I started reading before I could even read. I remember when I was a kid, probably like a few years old. I remember opening up my like Berenstain Bears, Franklin books. I used to just like flip through the pages, look at the pictures. I would make my own stories based off the pictures because I didn't know what was being said. I couldn't read. I also had difficulty reading growing up. I took special classes. I was like in grade 2 or so, and I was still having difficulty reading. Those memories are kind of a good thing though, because I had one-on-one time with one of the teachers and he was amazing. He was such a sweetheart. He actually taught my parents when they were in that same school. I'm actually one of the few students that actually liked reading my school's books. So like Hiroshima, Of Mice and Men, A Raisin in the Sun. I actually loved it. Shakespeare. I actually enjoyed reading those books. I should have, realized that maybe I should just keep reading, but I didn't. I didn't really start reading until Twilight in high school. I was also Team Jacob. I'm not Team anyone anymore. Let's just say that. I used to have posters on my wall. I used to have a Team Jacob shirt. My sister had a Team Edward shirt. Why did my mom buy this for us? She like let this happen. She gave us things to do this, but I don't know why. Oh my god. Trauma. And it wasn't until pretty much from that Twilight phase, I kind of drifted off from reading again. And it wasn't until 2018, when I was about 24 years old, that I got back into reading because of Booktube. It's probably been one of the best things that's happened to me recently. The book community has always been there for me, and I love everyone. I love a lot of awesome people on Bookstagram. I'm hoping to meet a lot of amazing people on here as well. Question 9, where do you read? In my little apartment, I have 2 places I like to read. The main one I read on is my couch. I have a cute little setup with my Folk of the Year blanket, and I put my heating pad on, and I put my laptop on, and I put usually reading sprints on, and I'll go on reading sprints and read on my couch. Then right before bed, I like to move from my couch to my bed, and then I'll sit there, put a heating pad on there, curl up with my blankets and read. That's my favorite part of the day, sitting in bed with my heating pad, being alone, just reading my book. It's just like the best thing in the world. Number 10, what kind of books do you like to read? My reading taste has actually changed quite a lot since 2018. So this year, I've actually been stemming more into adult books, mostly adult fantasy. Before this year, I was reading mostly young adult, so YA. I never really had the YA experience because growing up, I only read Twilight and that's it. So I got to like read a bunch of YA and it was really fun, but I think I'm really stemming into adult now, especially because I'm an adult, and it just fits more with me. Fantasy and fantasy romance are like the top peak books I love. I also really like, I don't read as often, but I like sci-fi. I'm starting to get into horror. I read almost everything, honestly. I don't really read much thriller though. Classics are not my thing. I'm not a fan of classics. I don't think my brain can compute with classics sometimes. I have some bonus questions I'd like to add just for you all to get to know me a little bit more. I'm gonna try going through it really quickly. So let's go. First bonus question is, what are your favorite books? I have to go get them. Let's go with the most basic one first. My favorite book of all time. I'm really basic, I'm so sorry. And that's Akamath. Here's my annotations. I like to deface my books, so there's that. And then there's this I've never finished because I procrastinate, but this is supposed to be The Night Court. Didn't finish it. Favorite book of all time. Another favorite book of mine that I read almost every year is A Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. Jason Reynolds is an amazing poet, an amazing writer. Honestly, I love his writing. Next book is House of Hades by Rick Riordan. I also love the Magnus Chase trilogy, but this book, beautiful. And yes, I'm super excited about the TV show. I cannot wait. And lastly, the series that I'm obsessed with is the Folk of the Air series. This one in particular I'm in love with. These are also the Owl Crate editions, if you're wondering. And I love Carden, and that's all I really have to say about this trilogy. I need to reread this. I want to reread it soon, but I have too many books on my TBR, so that's fun. And last question is, what are other hobbies that I have? I always say this, but I collect hobbies like Pokemon cards. I just gotta catch them all. Like, I always have to have more hobbies. I've been a gamer since I was probably about 4 years old. Before books, I used video games as my escapism. Now I kind of alternate. Got recently into cross-stitching, as well as gardening for some reason. I don't know why. That's the most recent thing I picked up. And also writing. I've been writing on and off for about 10 years now. And right now I'm writing my own fantasy romance. It's probably never going to be published because I never finish things and I procrastinate. It's a poly romance with 4 characters, 2 females and 2 males. and there are fae, there's elves, there's angels, there's demigods, and then there's a new race that I created that are kind of like a mix between like a blood mage and a vampire, kind of. I might do writing vlogs in the future, just because it'd be kind of fun. Also might motivate me. People might not be interested in it, but hey, why not? I think I've talked long enough, so I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. If you have anything to answer, if you want to answer your own questions, your favorite books or your favorite authors or anything like that, if you are new to Booktube, please let me know so I can maybe check out your channel. And thank you for being here. I'm excited to keep making videos. I'm nervous, but like, let's go, let's do it. Have a good day or night, and I will see you all soon.